Okay. So after knowing what are all the kinds of objects we prefer in our computer system, okay, it can be your hardware objects or software objects. So the next thing is the domain structure. Okay, so your domain structure will be in this format. So within the angular brackets, what I have written now, so that is your domain structure. So it will be having object name, comma, access rights. So objects antandre yavadu anta helide nanu, right? It can be CPU, memory, or it can be your files, printers. Elladru object agutte. So by providing the object name, comma, and what access rights you have on that object. Okay, whether it is for reading, whether it is for writing, or whether it is for accessing, or whether it is, if you are taking a printer, what will be the access right you have? Print is an access right, correct? If you are having a scanner, what should be your access right? Scan, like that. Similarly, if you have one file, what can be your access right? A file, you can access it for reading, a file you can access it for writing, a file you can access it for executing. So these are the things will become what your access rights. Okay, a few examples I will quote here. So you can look, there are three examples I have written on the board, right? The first example is about the software objects, that is files. So two files I have taken, file 1 and file 2. So those are the object names, comma, what is the access rights that I have given for that? For file 1, I have given the access right as read, and for the file 2, I have given the access rights as write. Okay, means when any user, okay, that is domain, access the file 1, so he can only do the read operation anta artha. Similarly, when an user access the file 2, he can do only the write operation anta artha. That's it. Okay, observe the third example is an hardware object, that is a printer I have taken. So object name is printer, comma, what is its access right? To print, correct? So so if I am an user, I want to access that printer, means I will be doing what operation? Printing operation anta artha asti. Clear? See, observe the diagrams what I have written. So D1, D2, D3 indicates what here? Domains anta karithina now. Okay, fine. So I told domains can be an user, domains can be a process, or domains can be a functions. Clear? Right? Okay. Next, O1, O2, 3, 4, 5, all these are what here? These are called the objects in the curriculum. Clear with that? Okay. Now observe the first diagram what I have written, this one. So here, so domain 1, so the list of users or the list of programs who are coming under domain 1. Okay, so what are all the things they can get in domain 1 antantandre? So they are allowed to access object 1, they are allowed to access object 2. For what purpose? Object 1 can be accessed for reading purpose, object 2 can be accessed for writing purpose. That's it. Okay. ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಾನು the users who are belonging to domain 1 ಅಂತ. Now observe this particular diagram. Now you can see there is an intersection of the two domains, domain 2 and domain 3. So I will give one small example. So I have taken for the example sake, there are two users in domain 2 and domain 3. Okay, so their names I have given Anil and Bhuvan anta kottidini. So there are two users who belong to both the domains, domain 2 and domain 3. Now how it will work actually? Okay, assume that the user Anil belongs to domain 2 and Bhuvan belong to domain 3. Let us assume like that. Fine. Now there is an intersection you can observe in this particular diagram. Okay. So the intersection point is what? This. What is that? It is object number 4. What is object number 4? It can be a printer. So that's why they have written the access right as print. Means object 4 is a printer anta artha. Clear? And since it is an intersection, it is indicating what? So the users of the domain 2 as well as users of the domain 3 both can use the printer anta artha, because it is an intersection. But you can see object 3 here. Okay, so the object 3 is only accessed by the user belonging to domain 2, not belonging to domain 3. Similarly, the objects 5 and 6. Okay, so these objects are accessed only by the user belonging to domain 3, not belonging to domain 1, because they are separate. So the only one object which is intersecting, okay, that is this. So can be used by both the users. That is here I have given the name as Anil and Bhuvan, correct? So both users can use that particular object, not the remaining objects. Okay, so that is what your domain structure will look like this. Clear with this? Right. Fine. So let us end the today's session. So thank you for joining.